Today we are going to study about the force on a charged particle in combined electric and magnetic fields. Force on a charged particle in combined electric and magnetic fields as proposed by Lorentz. So we have electric field here, we have magnetic field here. Electric field is existing, magnetic field is also existing. So what is the total force on this charged particle? I can say this force F is equal to Fe, the force exerted by the electric field, and the force exerted by the magnetic field. Force due to the electric field and the force due to the magnetic field is the total force experienced by this charged particle. Now what is the force due to the electric field? It's QE. What is the force due to the magnetic field? It is Q into V cross B. So I will say the resultant force on the charged particle is given by this equation. F is equal to QE plus Q into V cross B, that is a resultant force on a charged particle placed in combined electric and magnetic fields. Now we will see an application of this concept. That is where I am going to start the concept of what is called a velocity selector. Okay, what is a velocity selector? You can read the definition. The first part. A velocity selector is a device used to select charged particles of a desired velocity. What is our intention with it? We want to select those particles which has got a certain velocity. And we want only those particles to come out of the selector, or otherwise it is also called a velocity filter. We will filter out only those particles which possess a certain velocity, right? Now, what basically a velocity selector or velocity filter comprises of? The system consists of mutually perpendicular electric and magnetic fields, which means here the electric field is perpendicular to the magnetic field. What next? This is very important, I tell you. What next? The charged particle enters the system with a velocity perpendicular to both electric and magnetic fields. So that means the charged particle has got a velocity perpendicular to both electric and magnetic fields, which means for the proper functioning of a velocity selector, the velocity of the charged particle is perpendicular to the magnetic field, which is again perpendicular to the electric field. This is very important, I tell you. The velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field and both are perpendicular to the electric field. Velocity, electric field, magnetic field, all are perpendicular. Okay. Now let us explain the working of a velocity selector. Okay, it's a symbolic representation. I am considering a small opening. Okay, these are insulating parts. This region is insulated. These two are insulating parts, I am saying. And let me release this charged particle. Okay, I am going to release this charged particle with the velocity v. Okay, before that, the velocity of the charged particle, let me say likewise. And let me consider that this is positively charged. This plate is positively charged. This plate is negatively charged. These regions are insulated. If you are not insulated, it will cause the arcing. This is just a symbolic representation. Ende manasiലുള്ള visualization വെച്ച് ഞാൻ വരയ്ക്കുന്നത് മാത്രമാണ്. ഇതാവണമെന്നില്ല ആക്ച്വൽ വെലോസിറ്റി സെലക്ടർ, പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തരാൻ ഇത് മതി. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫീൽഡ് ഉണ്ട്. Let me consider this to be a positive charge. Okay. Positive charge and negative charge are positive charge experience in the direction opposite and negative charge experience in the electric force and magnetic force. On this charge, the electric force QE is downwards. Why? Because the direction of electric field is downwards. A positive charge always experience a force in the direction of the electric field. And so this is the direction of electric force on the charged particle. And let me consider the magnetic field. Okay, what does this magnetic field represent? What is the meaning of this magnetic field? This magnetic field is directed into the plane of the board. So electric field is downwards, magnetic field is directed into the plane of the board. Now our discussion is, what is the direction of the magnetic field? Here velocity is likewise. So already V is proportional magnetic force as a magnitude QVB. There is no doubt at all, because velocity and magnetic field are mutually perpendicular to each other, right? Okay, now let's see. What is the initial direction of magnetic force? For that purpose, we use the left hand. Velocity, that is the direction of velocity of the charged particle, is represented by the middle finger, magnetic field is represented by the index finger, and force is represented by the thumb. Now we can see this. I hope you can see me. The velocity is directed likewise. Magnetic field is into the plane of the board, and therefore magnetic force is upwards. This is QVB, which means the net force on this charged particle is QVB minus QE. Net force on this charged particle is QVB minus QE. I hope it is clear to you. QVB is upwards and QE is downwards, so I wrote QVB minus QE. Suppose if it was a negatively charged body, then the answer should have been the reverse of this, QE minus QVB. Because negative charge ആയാൽ QE മുകളിലേക്കാവും, QVB താഴോട്ടോ. ഒരു പ്രശ്നവുമില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ പോസിറ്റീവ് ചാർജ് എടുത്താലും നെഗറ്റീവ് ചാർജ് എടുത്താലും ആൻസറിൽ വ്യത്യാസങ്ങൾ, ചെറിയ ഡയറക്ഷനിൽ മാത്രമേ വ്യത്യാസങ്ങളുള്ളൂ ഫോഴ്സിന്റെ. Okay, so net force on the charged particle is QVB minus QE in magnitude. Now let me take the first situation. Case 1. If V greater than EB. Okay, then E by V, I'm sorry. I will just make this. Now this is Q into VB minus E. If V greater than E by V or VB greater than E. अब എന്ത് മനസ്സിലായി? Net force എന്നോടായി VB greater than E ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ magnetic force is greater than electric force എന്നാണ് ഇതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം. ശരിയല്ലേ? VB greater than E. അപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെ വരുന്ന ഒരു ചാർജ് പാർട്ടിക്കിൾ, ഇവിടെ നാരോ ഓപ്പണിംഗ് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെ വരുന്ന ഒരു ചാർജ് പാർട്ടിക്കിൾ, the charged particle coming with this velocity V, what will happen to this charged particle? It will be deflected upwards. This charged particle will be deflected upwards and is unable to come out of the field, out of the selector. Is selecting a particle to purathu varan pattilla. The particle is unable to come out of the selector. Ready? That's the situation if V is greater than E by V. സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കണം എന്നോട്, മറക്കാതെ. Okay. Now second case I am going to take is if VB less than E. ഇവിടെ VB greater than E ആകുമ്പോൾ VB minus E എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പോസിറ്റീവ് ആണ്, ഫോഴ്സ് പോസിറ്റീവ് ആണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അത് മുകളിലേക്ക് വരും. ഈ കേസിൽ VB less than E, അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താ? ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫീൽഡിന്റെ ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫോഴ്സിന്റെ വാല്യൂ QE ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫോഴ്സ് മാഗ്നറ്റിക് ഫോഴ്സിനേക്കാൾ വലുത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ in this case electric force is greater than the magnetic force. So what will happen? In this case, I am placing a charged particle with the velocity V. Now electric force is greater than magnetic force means the charged particle will be deflected downwards. charged particle will be deflected downwards. Now that is the second situation. Now the third case, if V is equal to E by B, or VB is equal to E, VB is equal to E, VB is equal to E. What does it mean? VB is equal to E means net force on the charged particle. Here the force is upwards, here the net force is downwards. What is the magnetic force here? VB is equal to E. VB and E are equal. VB minus E is equal to 0. The magnetic force on the charged particle is equal to, net force on the charged particle is equal to 0. Net force on the charged particle is equal to 0. Net force on the charged particle is 0. Which means, if I release a charged particle with a velocity V here, it will pass undeflected. The charged particle will pass through this region undeflected. Undeflected, that means without any deflection. The charged particle will pass through this region without any deflection. So, the condition for velocity selector is V is equal to E by B. This is very, very important for the charged particle to pass through a combination of mutually perpendicular. That is we crossed. Mutually perpendicular, otherwise we say crossed electric and magnetic fields. For a charged particle to pass through a crossed, that is mutually perpendicular electric and magnetic fields. Mutually perpendicular electric and magnetic fields, or crossed electric and magnetic fields. For the particle to pass without any deviation, the most important condition is V is equal to E by B. I repeat. For a particle to pass undeflected through a region of electric and magnetic fields, the magnitude of that velocity is V is equal to E by B, and the condition, and one more condition is also there, and that condition is V perpendicular to E perpendicular to B. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കണ്ടീഷൻ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ ഇത് വായിക്കുള്ളൂ. മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. V is equal to E by B ആയിരിക്കണം. അതുപോലെ വിയും ഇയും ബിയും മ്യൂച്വലി പെർപെൻഡിക്കുലർ ആയിരിക്കണം. അങ്ങനെയെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ചാർജ് പാർട്ടിക്കിൾ will pass through a cross electric and magnetic fields without any deviation. About this is the most important condition for a velocity selector. Most important condition for a velocity selector is V is equal to E by B. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് നിങ്ങൾ വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. Okay. In the next discussion, we are going to consider force experienced by a carbon element. Force on a current element. Force on a current element. Force on a carbon element. Carbon element is a new word for you that I will explain in my class. Just wait for some time. Let me consider a uniform magnetic field that is directed into the plane of paper. This represents a uniform magnetic field directed into the plane of the paper. Let me consider a conductor carrying a current placed in this region. I am going to take a small element of this conductor whose length is dl. Or a cherry element I am taking a small element of that conductor, that is the neelam dl. That length of this portion is say dl, and it carries a current I. Okay. What is the number of charges? If dq is the number of charges present there, dq is the number of charges present there, I can say, as we learned in the previous chapter, it is n into a into dl. What is n in this formula? N is number density of free charge carriers. A, cross sectional area of the wire. dl, length of that element, current element, length of the element. Okay, now multiply, this will give you the number of charge carriers, that into charge of an electron. So this is the equation I can say. NaDl into A, E. Now the magnetic force dF on this element is equal to dq into Vd cross B. Particular equation. Magnetic force on a charge is Q into V cross B. So here I am saying dq into Vd. What is Vd? What is Vd? Vd, drift velocity. Drift velocity, because I have taken a small element, right? And the charge carriers are drifting through a conductor. Charging particles are drifting through a conductor. So dq into Vd cross B, that's the thing. Now what is dq? Okay, now I am saying this is the magnitude of this one alone. So this is equal to dq into Vd into B sin theta, where theta is the angle between magnetic field vector and the same. Okay, here theta 90 degree ആണ്, കാരണം perpendicular field ആണ്. I'm just saying the basic formula, that's all. Now dq can be written as NEA Vd into dl B sin theta. അപ്പോൾ dq ന്റെ എല്ലാ സ്ഥാനത്തോടെ dq എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ n ഉണ്ട്, a ഉണ്ട്, dl ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്, e ഉണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതിയതിന് ഉദ്ദേശമുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഈ ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൽ ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സാധനം എന്താ? What is the term in the bracket? Tell me please. It is electric current I. Electric current I. This is I dl B sin theta. I dl B sin theta. This is I dl B sin theta. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കാര്യം ചെയ്യാം. ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് ഫോഴ്സിന്റെ ഡയറക്ഷൻ നോക്കാം. ഇവിടെ ചാർജ് വെലോസിറ്റി Vd ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ്. അപ്പോൾ Vd ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ്, മാഗ്നറ്റിക് ഫീൽഡ് ഇൻടു ദ ബോർഡാണ്. അപ്പോൾ Vd ക്രോസ് B എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ഒരു എലമെന്റ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മാഗ്നറ്റിക് ഫോഴ്സ് മുകളിലേക്കാണ്, അല്ലേ? Drift speed is in the direction of the electric current or electric field. അപ്പോൾ Vd ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ്, magnetic field ഇങ്ങോട്ടാണ്. So dF on this conductor is upwards. The magnetic force experienced by this conductor is upwards. Magnetic force on this conductor is upwards. Our dF is equal to I dl B sin theta. In vector form, dF is equal to I dl cross B. I dl cross B. This is the expression for the magnetic force on a current element. Magnetic force on a current element is given by I dl cross B. നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. IDL. What is IDL? The term IDL is represented as current element. The term IDL is called current element. Yes. Now we need to define what is called a current element. I hope the same is clear to you. Now our discussion is about current element. So what is current element? Current element. From here you can see that current element is ideal, and please understand that ideal is a vector. Ideal is a vector. So I can say, what is current element? Current element is a vector. Current element is a vector. Now vector എന്തൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും? Magnitude ഉണ്ടാവും, direction ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. Current element is a vector whose magnitude, what is the magnitude of the current element? Current element is a vector whose magnitude is the product of എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്? Magnitude എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ I in dA. Magnitude is the product of current and the length of the current and the length of the conductor current and the length of the conductor it's a product of the current and the length of the conductor and is in the direction of the instantaneous current. So what is current element? It's a vector whose magnitude is the product of current and the length of the element and the length of the conductor element. And is it length of the conductor length of the element, that is small length we are taking, length of the element, and is in the direction of the instantaneous current. What current element is in the direction? The direction of the current element is in the direction of the instantaneous current. The direction of the current element is in the direction of the instantaneous current. Which means if we take a small element of this conductor carrying current I, and the length of this element is dl, I can say the direction of the current element is given by the tangent drawn, and this is the direction of ideal. This is the direction of ideal. This is the direction of ideal. The direction of ideal is likewise. Ready? This is the direction of ideal. The direction of ideal is likewise. Clear? This is the direction of ideal. Now the question then comes, okay, this is for a small element. Suppose you have a conductor like this, and if you are asked to get the effective current element between the points A and B, how to get it? What is the effective current element here? Suppose that this carries a current. What is the effective current element here between A and B? നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ ഇതിനൊരു മെക്കാനിക്കൽ അനലോഗ് എടുത്താൽ എനിക്ക് ഡിസ്റ്റൻസും ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെന്റും എടുക്കാം. ആ ഒരു രീതി ചിന്തിച്ചാൽ ഇത് വളരെ ഈസിയാണ്. Suppose this is the distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ പറയുന്ന ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് കിട്ടാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് കിട്ടാൻ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന പരിപാടി we will connect them by means of a straight line. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു കണ്ടക്ടർ ഉണ്ട്. This is a conductor of arbitrary shape. If you are asked to get the effective current element, I can say here the effective current element is has a length I into length AB. I into length AB. Length AB. That is the effective current element here, and is from A to B. The direction of this current element is from A to B. നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് പറയുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഇത് ആക്ച്വൽ പാത്ത് ആണെങ്കിൽ ഷോർട്ടസ്റ്റ് പാത്ത് എന്ന് പറയും. ആക്ച്വൽ പാത്ത് is a scalar quantity whereas a shortest path is a vector quantity. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ effective current element, so please understand this carefully. It's a product of current and shortest length between the 2 points, and the direction is from the initial point to the final point. Let us see some other examples. Okay, let me consider a semicircular wire carrying current. Semicircular wire. So this is the direction of current. So this should be the point A. This is the point B. What is the effective current element? So the radius of this one is R. What is the effective current element for this conductor? Effective current element for this conductor. Effective current element. Effective current element is equal to what going to be? Effective current element. This is current carrying conductor. I have to reduce this into vector form. Current element is a vector. I have to reduce this thing into a vector. I can easily do it. What is the effective current element? Okay, I am using dotted lines. The effective current element here is going to be this one. What is this length? R. What is this line? R. So effective current element is going to be I into the shortest, the straight line separation between those 2 points. Straight line separation between these 2 points, which is 2R, I into 2R. Ready? The current element is I into 2R, and the direction is from, and the direction is current element is from A to B. The direction of this current element is from A to B. From A to B. Okay. The direction of the current element is from A to B. I hope it is clear to you. Now I am going to do one more thing. Suppose I am placing this in a magnetic field like this. Effective current element is I into 2R from A to B. Suppose that I place this place in a magnetic field like this. This is the direction of the magnetic field. Question is, what is the magnetic force on this conductor, current carrying conductor? What is the magnetic force on this current carrying conductor? What is the magnetic force on this current carrying conductor? Magnetic force on this current carrying conductor. What is the formula for magnetic force? F is equal to IDL cross B. Okay, now the question. What is the direction of IDL? IDL, that is the current element. The direction of IDL is like this. As I said to you, I told you, it's from A to B. This is the direction of IDL. The direction of IDL is from A to B. The direction of IDL is from A to B. Then what is the direction of the magnetic field? Which is also in the same direction, right? IDL and B in this problem are in the same direction. IDL and B in this problem are in the same direction. Which means I can say this is IDL into B into sine 0. The magnetic force is equal to 0 here. 0 is a vector. In this case, the magnetic force on this current element is 0. Magnetic force is 0 on this current element. Magnetic force on this current element is equal to 0. Ready? Magnetic force on this current element is 0. Ready? Now I'm going to do one more thing. Okay, I'm just wiping off all this. Now this is the direction of IDL, that is I into 2R. IDL is equal to I into 2R. There is no confusion in that. Now let me take the magnetic field in the upward direction. Let me show that the magnetic field is in the upward direction. This is the direction of the magnetic field. Now the question is, what is the direction of the magnetic force on this conductor? Direction of magnetic force on this conductor. That's a question to be answered. Direction of the magnetic force on this conductor. How to solve it? Just quickly analyze the situation. Magnetic force on this conductor. That is IDL cross B. First question, what is the angle between? So here I can say IDL is equal to I into R. That's the magnitude. And magnetic field is B. What is the angle between IDL and B? IDL is equal to and magnitude I into 2R. That is effective this thing, kernel element. Effective kernel element is I into the shortest distance between initial and the final position, that is from A to B. Shortest distance is the diameter of this semicircle. So I into 2R into B into what is the angle between IDL and B? Angle between IDL and B. What is the angle between IDL and B? You can see on the board, it's 90 degree, right? So I into 2R into B into sine 90. I into 2R into B into sine 90. What is sine 90? 1. So our answer is BI into 2R. Now the problem is not over because we need to get the direction, right? We need to get the direction, and the formula for this one is ideal cross B. So keep the palm. What is the rule for A cross B? A cross B. What is the rule for A cross B? Keep the palm of your right hand in the direction of A and curl it towards B. A cross B. A cross B is likewise A cross B out of the boundary. Now similarly, I need to take ideal cross B. This is the direction of ideal. This is the direction of B. So this vector is directed out of the plane of the board. Or when you draw in the book, it is out of the plane of the paper. So this is I into 2R that is directed out of the plane of the board. This answer can also be obtained in another way by using the Fleming's left-hand rule: father, mother, child. Child means the direction of the current for this conductor. Mother means the direction of the magnetic field. So here current is right, effective current is right towards. Effective current is right towards. So child is in this direction, mother is upwards. That is magnetic field is upwards. So magnetic force is out of the plane of the board. That is what I told you a little before. This is the direction of the magnetic force on the conductor. The direction of the magnetic force is directed out of the plane of the board. Child, mother, or current, magnetic field, and magnetic force. So that is our board. Now I give a homework for you. The same question, but we can do it in another way. In this case, I am considering the magnetic field directed in the plane of the board, and you need to get me the answer. What is the direction of magnetic force in this case? This is a homework I am giving you. What is the direction of magnetic force in this case? What is the direction as well as magnitude of the magnetic force on this current carrying conductor? Direction of magnetic field and magnetic force on this current carrying conductor. This is your question as homework. Okay. അത് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു തരിക. ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു കാര്യം പഠിച്ചിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് നിർത്തുന്നു. ആ കാര്യം ഇതാണ്. യെസ്. This is an irregular loop placed in a uniform magnetic field. Irregular loop placed in a uniform magnetic field. Okay. This is homework. This is also a homework. The discussion of this question will be done in the next video. And this carries a current I. Question number 1. What is the net force on the loop? 2. What will happen to the shape? 'What will happen to the shape of the loop? ഈ രണ്ട് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് ശ്രമിക്കുക, നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് ട്രൈ ചെയ്യുക. ഉത്തരം കിട്ടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് അയച്ചു തരിക. Okay, so thank you for the day.